What's up? I lived. What's going on, Infinite? Damn, it's been 17 days since I last streamed. Fuck, man. Either 17 or 23. I don't know. My last follow was 17 days ago and then 23, but a lot of them were 23 days ago. Yeah. It's dude, I am out of whack right now. My concept of time is beyond fucked. It's kind of unreal. Um but yeah, painting streams. Yay. I like these. I remember I was kind of against the idea, until I did my scuffed setup for like fucking. I want to say it took me like 3 hours to figure that thing out, and then I was like, "Yeah, fuck, this is kind of nice." I just get to paint all day. I just got the paycheck and instantly paid the plastic tax. Yikes. I mean, valid, but yikes. I did something similar. Um, What did I do? Oh, so my LGS, they were talking about getting what's the name of these things? FLG playmats for like tables. And I have been just printing terrain like mad. Because I really want to get into terrain. And I just have this like giant bucket full of terrain pieces now. And I went to the store to pick up some gold for the servitors that I was going to be painting today. And I saw they had their shipment and I was like, fuck, now I have to buy it because I've been holding off this entire time, right? So, I guess not plastic tags, but it's for the plastic, even though all the material involved is neoprene and resin, but whatever, it counts. uh, Before I stream, okay, the cat's attacking me already. Before I stream, painting though, I'm not gonna lie, I've kind of been addicted to siege mode on Space Marine 2, so I'm probably gonna do like a round of that just to get the itch off. Because I basically woke up, recorded my friend's podcast, went hunting for one of the patrons' monthly giveaway prizes. So last month, the winner asked for Castellan robots, and they have been impossible to find. So Wargame Portal didn't have them, Amazon didn't have them, and I was like, all right, I need to go search. So I went to all my local game stores, couldn't find one, and then I went an hour north and found a box of Castellans. So I'll be sending it to him here shortly, probably Monday, because I think the post office is closed. And then not tomorrow, 3 days from now will be this month's giveaway, and hopefully that winner doesn't ask for Castellan robots because they're impossible to find right now for some reason. Blessed be the Holy Trinity, the Machine God, the Omnissiah, and the Motive Force. A transmission from another tech priest. Ave Dux Mechanicus. I would love to like focus on your message if my cat wasn't clawing at my fucking ribs. Go away. Lay down, buddy. There you go. Yeah, look at you, all comfy. Nice to see you, Servitor. I need to remove this song from the playlist because I got fucking copyright strike last time I did that. Yeah, so I'm gonna like play one match of Space Marine, and then we'll paint. Just bear with me. At the GT in Texas, there was a promotion that if your group spent $800, you can show them the receipts and get a tournament. Oh, tournament battle mat. We spent exactly 800, got 4 for a group, and like 16 for randos. That's sweet. I've been like kind of funny. I haven't been so much into the wargaming of Warhammer lately. If it wasn't evident by my latest video release, I've just been like mega into Trench Crusade. And like one of the guys there, he makes all his terrain. Like he'll buy like terrain pieces from Amazon, like break them with a fucking Dremel. He'll build like stuff out of coffee sticks and stirrers and stuff. And seeing how like playing a game with him when he brought in his terrain was so dynamic that I was like, I want to do this. This looks cool. Make my little like own battlefield. You know what I mean? I can't spell. Yeah, I was like, I didn't know if that was a brand, and then I was like, oh, tournament. Hey, you're good. So Yeah, I've been doing a lot of printing. I think I've already ran through 3 bottles of resin in like a week. So, um, yeah, because I don't think no, I haven't told chat yet. So I had a Saturn 4, and that thing broke because I was being very stupid while cleaning it, and what I thought was cured resin at the bottom of the FEP or the vat turned out to be the FEP itself. So I basically ripped the plastic vat, and that spilled all over my screen, into the lens, down into the everything. It fucked it all up. So what ended up happening was I thought this thing was gone. I messaged Elegoo and they were like, yo, sorry, that's loud. I messaged Elegoo and they were like, yo, yeah, we'll send you a replacement lens. It looks like your lens is broken. So then let me get game scene here, one sec. Is OBS being down? Yes it is. No it isn't. There it is. So yeah, so Elegoo sends me the lens, I fix it, and then I put it all together, and then it doesn't turn on, right? So now I'm like, did I fucking break my own machine? And so I thought I did, because it wasn't turning back on, and everything was installed perfectly. And I got so mad while trying to make sure that everything was connected that I ended up breaking the screen because I couldn't get it off correctly. So I replaced the screen, and then after I replaced the screen, it wouldn't turn on. So I went to go meet the guys up in the town of an hour away from me, whatchamacallit. I went to go meet a guy to go play 40K with. He runs like a competitive tournament scene there. So he rents out a store, and then there's just a bunch of guys playing competitive 40K. And we do that, and I'm telling him how I printed these little guys with my Saturn, but now it's broken, and yada yada. And he's like, oh, I'm actually certified to work on Elegoo printers. I can fix them easy, right? He's like, I have a direct email link to the Elegoo guys. And I was like, oh, sweet. So I give him my printer, right? And he's like, hey, what's wrong with it? And I was like, oh, so, you know, I explained everything. And he was like, great. I didn't know if there was something more wrong with it, because it just, what happened was basically, there's like a little wire that connects the Wi-Fi to the motherboard for like the receptor, and that apparently shorted out the motherboard, so it like got like overcharged, and all I had to do was run it on a lower power source, like on a lower voltage. So he used like a Saturn 3 printer cable that connects to the Saturn 4 if it just runs at a lower voltage, and I like unshorted it basically. So during that time, I was convinced that my printer was so fucked that I went out and bought another Saturn 4. So now the guy gives me back my old printer. It's perfectly fine. Everything that I replaced was 100% right. It's just that it shorted out. It got a little shy, right? So now I have 2 Saturn 4s, and I have nowhere near the need to print that much shit, right? So then I was like, fuck it, I'm going to turn into a terrain factory, so that's all I do now is print a bunch of terrain that I'm never probably going to paint. So, I'm just fucking spitting shit out, dude. Like, every 2 hours, I'm taking stuff off the fucking plate, they print beautifully, and now, like, I have this tub full of terrain that I have to get around to painting. And I also painted, you know, I printed the kill team that we're going to be painting today, just as soon as I'm done getting my itch. Yeah, Forgiven. I'm assuming when you say flamer or guns. Oh, you're talking about fly boys. You mean like Taraxi? Like, the conversation lately has been about servitors, so I was wondering if you're talking about the phosphor guns for the servitors. But if you're talking Taraxi, it depends, man. It depends. They both do very different things. And I think flamers are more for if you just want to protect screens or burn chaff, and Taraxi Skystalkers are if you need grenades or if you just need movement. If you need a lot of movement. I think if I remember correctly, Skystalkers are cheaper than flamers, than sterilizers. So if you're just trying to grab birds for the sake of deep strike, always go for the cheapest. In terms of damage output, again, flamers, burn screens, Overwatch, really nice. But Skystalkers are always going to be your like objective play pieces. So, but if you don't really have a preference and you have the points, you fucking go for either. I personally like Skystalkers better because grenades is kind of handy in an army that doesn't have a lot of ways to deal mortal wounds like AdMech. And moving things very fast is a way to win games. So they do that very well with their scoot and shoot. Oh, we're fighting this. Just realized that. If anything, it'd be great for action secondaries. Yeah, basically. That's kind of what that's more what I run for. I don't really run them with any intention of shooting them, other than just moving up the board faster. So. Oh my gosh. I only ever use about like 1 unit of Taraxi. I don't use too many. Oh my fucking god, I hate these things, bro. I hate that like you can't headshot them with the sniper. It's like fucking impossible. It's like fucking guarded. Has anyone made Raptors on here yet? Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure people have made Raptors. I always see Black Templars. That's kind of a curse we have to live with. The Black Templar hate in this channel will always exist. I mean, Space Marines in general. I don't like hate them. I'm not like every single time I think I don't like Space Marines, I just like look at them and I'm like, oh, they're actually cool. But I don't understand the people that like capture themselves. God damn it, bro. I hate Biowars because they do this to you. You're just like, alright, I guess I won't play the fucking game. Started painting Horus Heresy Mechanicum because I sick painting Skitaris. It's fair. I was looking at buying a box of their, I'm pretty sure they're just called Castellans. The Castellan of the 30k universe. The one that has like the circular saw hands. I looked at a box and then I saw it was fucking $80 for 2 of them. Yikes. I only hate them because of their parent chapter. The Fists? I think the Fists are cooler than the Templars, if I'm being completely honest. It's not that the Templars, I mean, besides their wacko haircuts, it's not that the Templars are bad. It's generally the fan base that attracts them. It's either like some of the coolest guys you'll ever meet, which is like true for any Warhammer faction, or just like the dregs, in my opinion. But you know, if you like Black Templars, more power to you. Perturabo. Iron Warriors are so cool, man. Apparently there's I don't know much about them. I'm not gonna claim that I'm like a fan of them. I am a fan of their playstyle. Like when Chaos Codex was being leaked, I saw Fellhammer Siege Host and I was like, that's cool as fuck. And I always liked kind of like the heavy Terminator, you know, machinery thing of the Iron Warriors, especially like the Hazard Stripes look. I've always liked it more than something of like Imperial Fists, in terms of like that brutal industrialism, I guess is the word I'm looking for, over like Iron Hands and stuff. But yeah, I don't know much about them, Perturabo, what they do. I just know they look cool as fuck and I like their playstyle on the tabletop. So I won't claim to be like a huge. I think my favorite Chaos Legion is still Word Bearers. They would always be. I just like the idea of like demonic zealots, dudes with like dark red armor, cool iconography. Oh, my game is funny. I don't like this. What is up with that? Notice that the servers in this game have not been very good lately. Another fucking Biowar. Trim drop is far. It's interesting. I don't have this one. Maybe I should roll my drop or something. What if I'm in the Horus Heresy box mainline? I've been seeing a lot of people play Horus Heresy lately. Or, I don't know about play, but paint. That Saturnine box is getting a lot of people's attention, so. But I don't like Salamanders. Rhyme and Warhammer industry. Rather. I mean, they're cool. I just think they're. I don't like their paint job too much. Like that bright line green, I don't think it looks cool. I'm gonna take this this guy out. Oh wait, did I see that right? Was there a zone throw? What's happening with the game? Oh, this guy. Did they push like a new update out or something? I need to run that shit. It was not running like this yesterday. It's not the stream. Get out. I don't want to use it for heresy. I don't want to make it like the direction because it's very so that's fair. I mean, is it that the Iron Warriors don't like using demons, or the fact that they just stuff them inside of the machines? Yeah, I think they like them for that matter. I'm gonna lower my settings just a little bit, see if that helps me run the.
You have eliminated those attackers. More are on the way.
Let's just go.
Remaining alert.
Everything's kind of on low already, or medium at least. 1070 or 4070. Having problems running.
Reloading.
It's probably because I just haven't streamed in a while. My computer's like, yo, what the fuck is all this load?
That battle will be upon you in moments.
They will regret this.
Black Templar. Who's the other guy? It's just a normal Marine. He's wearing purple. There's a color scheme I have for my tactical in this game that I was like, if I was ever to make a Marine army that wasn't Dark Angels, it would be these ones.
Replacement power cells.
Oh my god, that's a lot of fucking lines. Alright, boink. Bye. There's another one. Ooh. Great today. Bye. No. Bad. Yeah, I can make a one machine on power curve with demons and battery. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Exactly. I do like that because I like demon engines a lot. But I like to... I don't know. I feel like the concept of summoning demons through like the way that the word bears do is really cool. All their art, their sorcerers look cool as fuck. It's all just really cool. That reminds me though, I do... Oh, that's a lot of damage! I do want to try another game of Hellhammer Siege Host soon. I haven't been playing a lot of 40k lately though. Just a lot of college. Oh god. I remember being excited for when they added Bioboards to this game, now I fucking hate them. Because of that. Reasons like that. You see that? Yeah! That's so fun, guys! They like blow themselves up. Like, not like in the literals, but like one will blow up the other before the timer is supposed to go off, so you really can't dodge. I own 3 to 5 to 4 to model, 3 breaks, and 3 Venom Crawlers. Venom Crawlers are so fucking cool. I know a lot of people say that they're really good on the tabletop. I've had like subpar experience with them, but that could just be me. I'm sure they're better into Marine teams because of the 2 wounds that they deal. But like, usually I'm getting like stuck within, you know, a bunch of nids, and they kind of don't do very well there. God, man, I hate the fact that they don't have a weak spot. At least I don't think they do. I'm a big fan. I love the stone robot video. Thank you. Appreciate it, man. Another video's coming out too. I feel kind of bad that I was like, hey, there hasn't been a video in 2 weeks because I've been busy. Here's a Trench Crusade video. I do acknowledge that. But I was like, Great. My frames dropped there. I don't know if you guys saw that. I like their maneuverability before they nerfed the movement, but it's still a great monster to kill with. What did they nerf on it? They nerfed the movement? Like this edition? Feet. Rip. I'm gonna play one more. That was bullshit. Did they nerf it? It used to move 2 inches faster? Really? Let me see. What does it move now? Isn't it like... It's 10, right? It's been a while since I used a Venom Crawler. Let me see. It's 12. Oh, that's what I thought, yeah. It used to move 14? That's wild. That I did not know. I must have missed that. Yeah, its profile is so good at killing Marines, though. The only problem is, like, if it had a way to ignore cover, it would actually be insane. I guess it doesn't matter, because they can't ignore cover when you're in melee. Just the way to get the AP up. I'm sure in Renegade Raiders it's fucking sweet. Because that -2 AP is, like, the perfect breakpoint against Marine bodies. Didn't say 5. Did I miss that? Damn. Yeah, maybe it's me asking for too much, but if the why is Space Marine tweaking? Okay. But if the Venom Crawler was able to get the Soul Eater proc off of range and melee, I think that would be so much nicer. Maybe that's me being greedy, but I kind of wish it did that. Alright, I think Space Marine is bugging the fuck out. Maybe it's not. It is not time to play this game today. I just wanted to do like 2 matches. Yeah, it's like not. Okay. Alright, Space Marine. Alright, it's over. Okay. Let me switch over to chatting. Back in 8th, we had a strat that gave Demon Engines +1 a hit for 1 CP, and that screwed stuff. I think that stuff screwed with people. +1 a hit. You can do that now, right? With a, I never played Chaos in 8th, so I only played Admech and Tau back then, and a little bit of Gene Stealer. But you could do that with a Venom or a Warp Smith, right? Warp Smith is +1 a hit and D3 heal. Damn, I want to play Venom Crawlers now. God damn it! Why'd you put that in my head, man? Let me see. I want to look at some Chaos Space Marine stuff. Like Fellhammer Siege Host, man. I want to run this list because of Terminators, but Terminators are just so like not good right now. Like the only way that you can make Terminators relatively viable is with the Sorcerer, and then have them wow, what was the combo? Let me see. Hold on. So it was Chaos Sorcerer. Is it just Sorcerer and Terminator armor? Is that what it's called? Yeah. So Sorcerer and Terminator armor abilities. He's the one that gives the AP by increase by 1. Yep. And then you do not Mechanicus. Was it Impact Bound Zealots? There was a combo that I am forgetting. I know Breaky covered it in one of the things, and I was like, oh, him and I are in the same place when it comes to these things. It was basically like Chaos Terminators, right? They have the combi weapons. So you drop them in, obviously, within 9. So they have Enfi Infantry 4, Rapid Fire 1, Devastating. And then it was... You go Sustained with the -1 AP, and then you fish for Dev Wounds somehow. God, what was it? Was it Creations of Bile? No. It wasn't Pack Bound. Because Pack Bound just really cares about Profane Zeal. Was that it? Yeah, maybe that was it. It's just drop down Terminators, -1 AP, Devastating Wound, rerolling wound rolls, and then when they because when they Dark Pact, you get sustain hits, fish for sustain. Since they're Terminators, Dark Pacts get hit rerolls, and then you go for full wound rerolls, Anti-Infantry 4 Devastating, and then you just wipe up a unit, and then you charge and smack something because you're playing fucking Terminators, and you can reroll charges with your Sorcerer. Only problem is you would need some sort of like Deep Strike and Charge ability. Unless you rapid ingress them. So, God, I miss GSC. It doesn't matter. Run 15 turns and watch the world try to kill them all. I miss you, Chaos My Love, but I enjoyed my Dark Mechanic as a Chaos Knights for the moment. I just, the thing about Terminators is that they get, the Chaos Terminator specifically gets stuck too easily. You need to put them like in the middle of the board or somewhere around there, because otherwise, like if you put them in a flank, they just don't do anything. They like fuck everything up around there and they like slowly die off with focus fire, but they just like at some point you leave their threat range and it just, they don't do anything, which is why advance and charge is so important with them. But there's not many ways to give them advance and charge, so I think Creations of Bile has it, right? It's not Masters Are Watching. Auto Stimulants, was it? Yeah, Auto Stimulants is advance and charge. But at that point, if you're running Creations of Bile, probably just want Possess spam at that point. Although giving them +2 move and like +1 attack and melee would be kind of nice. Toughness doesn't really do anything for them. Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to remember, what are the stats of Chaos Terminators? They have Power Fist, right? So that's 8. Strength 8 minus 2/2, yeah. What do Chosen have? Aren't they like 5 attacks minus 2/2 as well? Melee. 4. Wait, no, that's Chosen. Oops. Possessed. They're like Strength 6, right? No. 4 attack, Strength 5, AP minus 1, damage 2. Eey. I guess giving them an extra attack is nice. The whole, like, devastating wounds once per battle. Move 9 versus a move 5 Terminator, though? That's crazy. They're T6, that's what they are, but they're Strength 5. And then Creations of Bile gives them what? You can give them +1 Strength, +1 attack. Yikes, that's gross. Still waiting on World Eater Red Butchers. You and me as well, my friend. Me and you both. Alright. I think I should get the stream setup going. Give me a sec while I set everything up, and then we'll switch cameras over. BRB. Oh, shit. Okay, alright. This, turn these on. There we go. Alright. I need to make sure that that should be my Druid audio. Wait, hold on. Right? Let me see. Probably because I'm in the wrong scene. Haha, that makes sense. Let's see, painting cam, boom! Yeah, there it is. Alright, so it looks like the camera orientation is right. Let's pop some goals.
I am a conduit of the Omnissire's will.
Hopefully we get to 100 soon. Maybe if I streamed more it would fucking happen, but I'm a terrible person.
I am a conduit of the
Alright.
Omnissire's will.
Alright. Laddies, lads, ladettes. Ugh. I think my audio should be capturing, so we should be fine. Problem number one of finding out where to put this fucking V2 camera, as per usual. Okay, let's go. Shut up, Manta. I think. Alright. I need paper towels. I always forget these fucking things. So I do not remember where I left off. I think I was trying to debate which metallic I liked more. So we'll see if I can make my mind up today. For those of you who didn't see it, so this is the... Here, let me move this down. So this is the color scheme I normally go with for like my actual 40k army. And this is like a washed bronze, and I do like it. But I wanted to go for something different, so I'm going with like a purple for the kill team, right? So I'm using just that as a reference of how I place my metallics. And I have this like old gold right now that's washed, that kind of looks like mustardy. And then I have this normal gold that's a little bit more rich. And after they're washed, I think I like this gold more. But I also like the royal washed out look of this old gold. So I'm kind of debating on how I want to take this. Because I think I like this for now, but the more I start putting layers on this purple, and I start edge highlighting it and making it a little bit brighter, I'm going to want a brighter gold, I think. So I'm thinking maybe that's what I go for. That seems like the best choice, at least. At least like my intuition tells me that maybe I should go with this gold, because once I start layering. But at the same time, I kind of like this purple, so maybe it is nice to leave it a little bit darker. Because I'm trying not to. I don't like too bright of colors. I like the accents to be bright, but I don't like the layers to be bright. So I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this. I think once I get all this cat hair out, I think I'm gonna go with gold. I kind of like it just a smidge better. But I'm trying to debate if it looks too similar. I don't think it does, actually, now that I'm looking at it. Yeah, maybe I will go with gold. I think it looks better with the purple. So I'll have to paint over this. Okay. I don't remember which gold I used for this. Oh, it's this one right here. Rich gold. I bought this old gold for nothing. See, I don't know. I'm like so stuck on it. No, I think I don't know. Fuck. I actually am kind of having decision paralysis. Maybe I paint one of these with old gold and the other with rich gold, and then I can make my decision. And then I just chalk it up to like one's an experimental one. So if I'm not happy with one, I'll be happy with the other. All right, let's do that. Let's try out old gold first, because I think this is probably the one I like just a little bit less. So There's one thing I hate about Vallejo bottles is they get dirty so quick. Old gold looks better. You think so? The one on the shoulder? I think it fits the more dull theme, and it'll help the accents pop out a bit more, I think. Let's try it. Let's try it. I wanted to try something new because I've never painted gold before, and then I was like, you know, I've never painted like an ugly gold. So try not to wash down my metallics too much because otherwise it's gonna like flake everywhere. So I'll try to stay on frame as per usual, but I'm really bad at doing that. What I thought of doing, see, is like washing or applying old gold and then washing it black, right? And then dry brushing rich gold on top of it so that it, you know, the edges look maybe a little bit nicer. And then that way it'll have a bit of pop. I think that's kind of what I was thinking of doing. Kind of like how you do like dark silver into like a dry brush of like plate mail or something like that. I'm not too worried about hitting everything here. Yeah, it has a smoother sheen, richer color. Yeah, I think it's the move. I think it's the move. I tend not to like too bright of colors. But, and I'm not gonna add like a whole bunch. I need to get a new desk too. That'll probably be one of my next purchases next month. I don't add a whole lot of gold either. I just add it to like all these little accent pieces. It's definitely the longest part of the process though. Do I want to take the time of individually doing each of these ridges? Maybe. Let's see without it, and then I'll make my decision. I'm kind of like doing a really sloppy job here too, but whatever. I think Andy has a curse on him that makes you think so? He's rolling poorly again. I feel bad for Andy. I feel like he's not enjoying the Trench Crusade campaign because he's not winning. Like at all. I rolled 3 crits in our match. I don't know why you'd bully him like that. I mean, he did pistol whip one of your units to death once, didn't he? Or was that Michael? I don't remember. I think it was Michael. It's been a while since I've been able to enjoy stream. How's everything going? It's going good. It's been a lot of I don't know if you guys have had this in your life. I'm sure you have, where you kind of go on autopilot for a while, and then next thing you know, it's been like 2 weeks. It's kind of how it's felt lately. Like, it's already July 15th, which is kind of crazy. It feels like June was like halfway done, and then suddenly I'm 30 days ahead in the future. I think that just might be because I'm busy with school, on top of, like, you know, obviously work. Because, like, I take everything, like, basically week for week now, with, like, okay, this assignment is due on Tuesday, this assignment is due on Thursday, this assignment is due on Saturday, and then, like, my day ends basically once I'm done with my homework. So I'm always worried about like the next week, and before I know it, it's come. Maybe this will OSL, and same with this part, and then this will do a little bit of gold on. Yeah, that's why I haven't been on stream and obviously doing too much videos. The Trench Crusade video I did was more like a fun thing to kind of break the grind, but I obviously know that's not what people want. So, you know, I didn't count it as like, okay, this is one of my quotas for the week, which means that I'm like, what, 3 weeks behind on an upload. That being said, I am making a video. It is in progress. I think it's like 12 minutes long right now, pre-cut, and I'm 3 minutes into editing it. So I was hoping it would come out this weekend. I don't know if that's going to take place because I have an assignment due by the end of today. I have another 2 assignments due by the end of tomorrow. And I don't know if that's just going to eat up a lot of my time, and then I'm just going to feel like chilling. So hopefully it comes out. I'm going to try my best to get it out. Because when I really put my nose to the grindstone, I can get a video out in like 2 days. It's not that hard. But I've had times where I forgot to turn in assignments because I've been working on videos and stuff. Okay, I think I'm getting to the point where I'm adding maybe a bit too much gold, so I'm going to slow down a little bit. I'm just going to do a little bit of compliments on the chest, I think, and then we'll call it there. I don't want to take away from the purple, because that is my favorite part of this model. Very Slaneshi looking. I kind of like it, even though I don't necessarily like Slanesh too much. Yeah, he hasn't had good luck. Yeah. Welcome to dice games, though. You know? Okay, I think I'm glad I didn't paint the toesies, I guess, here. This model is obviously going to have the most gold out of all of them because it's the gun servitor next to the priest. So I'm not worried about him having a lot of bling. I kind of want him to. But it's kind of getting to that point where it's a lot of gold. I feel like you can very easily overdo metallics. It's a Japanese band I found while I lived in Japan, and one of my biggest regrets is not going to one of their shows. Although I wonder if maybe I should not put it on the playlist, actually, because it might trigger copyright. Whatever. Don't really care for the sake of making money. Should we make the grill? I think we make the grill gold, like the head grill, right? Yeah, there we go. And then I think I'll try to make the bolts gold here. I might have to change brush for that though. I might make the top of this gold too, right on the pincers. Like that. And then maybe this part right here, this little grill. All the little complementary parts. There we go. That was pretty sick. I'm a fan of that. There we go. I didn't color too much gold here because I'm probably going to OSL this. I don't know what color I'm going to make it. Probably orange. And then it's just going to flush out a lot of the gold anyway, so I'm going to try to hold off on that. Maybe I'll paint this part, this little plate here, gold, actually. Oh, here we go. That's what I missed. I knew I was missing something. Oops. I think maybe I'm gonna print some industrial bases for these guys so they look kind of nice. I've been a fan of like base toppers lately, rather than starting from like a raw base. Looks pretty sick. Kind of a big fan. I think I might do a wash on the cloaks. I know they already have like a nice little gradient on them. But I think I can make it look just a bit better. Here, we'll add gold to that plate there too. Alright. Yeah, that looks cool. Make this in 10 gold, maybe. Like how I said I had enough gold like fucking 5 minutes ago, I'm still going. Yeah, that's cute. I like that. I thought about leaving the flesh just like this, like that zenithal lighting. I might make it blue. I don't know if that's gonna look good. Like a contrast blue. Maybe like kind of electrocuted looking flesh. But I think now what I'll do is probably wash this all with Gnome oil and then do a little bit of dry brushing of silver up here and then dry brush gold. Then we'll do a wash of purple and then we'll do edge highlighting and then we'll go into OSL. I think maybe that's it. Let's see. Gnome oil. I got a new bottle. So this is like an old bottle that I got from Japan that I spilled on stream twice. And then I got this one. I gotta say, man, the old Gnome oil was like 10 times better. This one just feels very like... This is definitely the wrong word. But it feels rubbery. I don't know how else to describe it. Like, look how much darker one is compared to the other. I probably can't tell very well on stream, but like, this looks more gray and this is more pure black. And I'm definitely a fan of the older Gnome oil. I wish I had more bottles. Or if I didn't fucking spill this one, that actually would have been really nice. So, I mean, we'll just use the new one, and then maybe for the other model, we'll use the old one. But I'm definitely not a fan of how this one looks. I'll say when you put it on, it looks nice, but when it dries, maybe not the biggest fan. Yeah, see, it kind of looks like a fish, like the not translucent. What's the word? Like the skin of like the glistening skin of a fish. I'm just a fucking idiot, maybe. I don't know. Damn, I'm thirsty though. I might have to grab some water after this wash. I really do have to stream more though. I like these painting streams because it's an excuse for me to fucking paint. Otherwise, I won't. Like, I really need to have a fire under my ass to feel like I have to do it, you know what I mean? Guilty is charged, I guess. I think I'm going to put a little bit too much here on the leg. I'm going to try to spread this out a little bit more. Pick it up and put it over here. So inside the face I want a lot though, so it looks more shadowy. Maybe if I'll try to put some normal on the flesh and see how that looks. I gotta say though, the Red Maker proxies, the one that I'm painting right now, in my opinion, they're a lot better than the official models. This gun Servitor actually looks like a menace. Where like the official GW one is just a Servitor with a bigger gun strap to his thing. To his arm. That's the word I was looking for, arm. I wonder, do I want to paint a little bit more here? I want to see how it looks. Hopefully it doesn't fuck it up too hard. Maybe on like a little bit more of the creases. Alright. Now the inside of the gun. Probably here around the neck. I think that's just about everything. Alright, we'll let homie dry. I'm gonna grab some water while I do that. Make sure to close this right so I don't spill it again. Delicious. Oh man, it's already been an hour since I went live? Jesus. I got a bit of coffee. Ah, delicious. You know, I think the old gold has kind of just is where I'm gonna go. I'm not even gonna try to bother with rich. I'll just dry brush it on top because that looks really cool. I'm a big fan of that one. I just felt like fucking around with purple this time, so I did. Maybe I should bring it up to you guys. There he is. Very cool model, if I could actually aim it at the camera. It's kind of hard to see. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, he's gonna dry. Move on to the next guy. I have like so much models to paint, man. I don't even know how I'm gonna get around to fucking doing it all. But it is a curse of my own doing, so. You don't stupidly buy 2 Saturn 4s and then not print with them, you know? Oh shit, I did not see your comment there, Blue Neko. It didn't auto-scroll down. I'm putting together the BattleClade, the Servitor Underseer, looking good on it. Thank you, I appreciate it. I'm sorry if like you're not here already. I guess you wouldn't see it. Oh yeah, I missed like 4 comments. I think in the entire game he attacked thrice, so he was table turn 4. Yikes. Thank you, Twitch, for allowing me to negate my viewers. Or neglect, not negate. How did I paint this? I already forgot. Fuck. Alright, I have a model for reference now, so it was this middle grill. Fuck it, I'm painting these lines as well. Dot right here. Yeah, I used the Army Painter white primer, like the airbrush primer, and I am not exactly the biggest fan. It came out really chalky, and for an air paint, you're not supposed to really thin them. But I kind of wish I did. I should have known better. Because it came out looking really flaky, and it's kind of hard to. I think I lost a little bit of details. And then this part here. You're fine, thank you. I have the Servitor Underseer for mine. I kind of made it so that he is kind of holding himself around with his arms. Like this one kind of going up to his throat, kind of covering his face. This model is probably going to be a pain in the ass to paint. Normally, like, the arm is more like this arm back here is up here, and then this arm back here is kind of more out here, and then this arm is more pointed up. But I wanted to point it more forward. So he looks more like he's kind of like threatening somebody by holding a blade to his neck and then pointing his gun out. And if I rotated this one more up, it would have collided with this one, and I wanted this one to point forward. So, mine is the kill team one, the balloon boy. It's 2 a.m. The flesh is weak, so I go to sleep. I wish a good painting session. Thank you, I appreciate it. Yeah, the Servitor Underseer is like the only model I really like in that kill team. But I really can't justify buying that box for one model. So, I think all the other Servitors are kind of whack. I don't know. But I got my workaround, so... I really like these guys' models too. My Rust Stalkers are made out of them. I might print out more Infiltrator. I already have 2 Infiltrators, but if I ever decide to paint out more, or print out more, I'll definitely buy theirs. I'm hoping to make an Iron Strider or a Taraxi, because those are the 2 units that like I need more of, and I can never justify buying. Because they are just way too expensive. Oh, you know why this looks off? Because I haven't painted silver. God damn it. Let me do that first before I paint gold, because otherwise I'm going to fucking pass everything over. Did I use dark silver here? I guess I did. Oh, shit. I thought I used normal silver. Didn't I? Oh man, did I use dark silver for this? Maybe I did dark silver into normal silver. Maybe that's what I was thinking a couple of days ago. Alright, dark silver it is. Fuck it. I told myself I wouldn't paint dark because I've already painted dark with my other army. And I wanted to vary my metallics. No, this isn't dark silver, is it? I don't know anymore. Ah, fuck it. We're going with dark silver. Fuck it. Okay, I definitely don't think it was... Well, maybe it's just the black? It's kind of hard to tell. I think I did gunmetal. No, I'm pretty sure I did gunmetal. I'm trying to look at my palette and see, but there's like a bunch of old paints here. Did I do gunmetal? Let me see. Okay, no, it definitely wasn't gunmetal. Was it? It's just so stupid. God damn it. Maybe if I paint the legs. Oh man, I wish I didn't fucking... Okay, no. No, it definitely wasn't gunmetal. It was definitely dark silver. Cool, I just wasted a glop. I got the kill team box for the nades. I'm painting them, putting together the BattleClade for my friend. He's buying them. Oh, nice. Putting them together, and he's buying them. Better pay a pretty penny for that. I think I'm also like one of the few people I know that doesn't paint with some sort of like holding handle or something. I kind of prefer not putting a base to a model until I'm done with it. I just think it's easier to maneuver. The only problem is like maybe you touch a part that has like wet paint on it, but like, it's not that big a deal. I've tried. I mean, I have a painting handle and everything. I just don't like it. I feel like it gets in the way, especially if I'm trying to paint like right here and there's like a base that's kind of like obstructing my movement, you know? Any sort of tumor is now afraid of Lost Ultimate, and this Plague Knight takes everything out of risky. Oh, that's severe nerve damage, I think, is that debuff. Severe nerve damage, you might as well just fucking disband your guy. That is such a brutal fucking debuff. Gotta be a little careful here not to overdo the purple. This is when a painting handle would be nice though, doing this work like this. I'm straining the fuck out of my arm right now. Ah. I'm gonna get low and dirty for this one. There we go. Noise. Nice. Nice. That reminds me, have you guys seen that video of that one guy? I think his name is like Robski something ski. This guy's, I don't know. He does like, he used to do like VR chat videos. I don't know if he still does, but he met this one girl in this Japanese server, and she was like speaking Japanese, and they're like talking to her. And she goes like, America, right? Because she's wondering if they're from America. And they're like, yeah, we're from America. And then somebody clears it up. And they're like, yeah. And then she goes like, oh, what did she say? Make hamburger country nice. It's such a stupid video. But, point being, that girl is now a streamer. I think she like recently debuted. She has like a VTuber model and everything. So that's really cool. I've been watching her streams. She does a lot of art streams. I think she was playing Halo the other day too. That one I didn't see. And I think she's doing a VR chat stream today. But obviously, you know, time zones and everything in Japan. I don't know when she gets on. But I thought that was cool. I was like, wow, look at that. Like some old video. Some girl was just playing VR chat and now she's like popular. She was at Offkai or something too, like doing live streams there. Kinda crazy. Guess right place, right time for her. Jameski, that's the name. I just remembered it. Yeah, I thought that was cool. She's really good at art too. Her whole stream has like she has like an auto translator mod, so she can talk to everyone. Korean, Chinese, Japanese, American. Pretty sure she's multilingual like that. Oh, my back. And speaking of streams, the stream that I linked in my Discord the other day, it was in the AdMech Unofficial Discord. One of the guys there, his name is Nacho, and he's a store owner, I think, in Georgia, if I remember correctly. But he was live. He was playing teams in War Games Live, and he wiped the, not like full wipe, but basically like just won against the Votan player. And man, that guy was rolling hot. He was like one-tapping Hecaton land fortresses everywhere. But the craziest part about it all was that like he was not using the datasheet correctly. Like his Ferromite cannon, he wasn't adding +1 a hit when shooting at vehicles. The entire game, he was hitting with 3 attacks with the bots. He forgot to switch protocols, and he for some reason had it in his head that bots only had 3 attacks each. And he's doing this on the stream, and like half the AdMech Discord is watching him, and we're all just like, bro, please, somebody tell him I'm gonna fucking lose it. But even then, you know, he won. And it wasn't like a matter that he forgot, he just didn't know. He was just like, oh, I thought there were 3 attacks each this entire edition. And I'm just like, Nacho, this shit's been going on for fucking 3 years, man. How did you fuck this up? The entire time in chat, we were like, oh, when he's done with this game, we're gonna fucking dig into him. That shit was funny. But, congrats to Nacho. He kinda killed it. Those were some fucking rolls. Now, like, the thing is, like, I wouldn't even say it was all rolls. Because, like, the Votan player got some nice rolls, too. Obviously, you know, Nacho's was better, but... The Votan player, he made a very bad mistake. And, like, I think a lot of people in the chat acknowledged it, too. He rolled... he pulled Bring It Down turn 1. And there was, like, the only thing that he could have shot at was a Dune Rider, or Dune Crawler, sorry. And he, like, full committed to it. And he full committed to it to the point that he had everything out in the open, and then he just fucking, like, turn 2, he didn't kill the crab. And then turn 2, he just, or bottom of turn 1, he just turned around, pulled out all the dissies, and fucking clapped them. So, a lot of people were saying, like, wow, AdMech can one-shot Hecaton Land Fortresses. It's like, well, I mean, 4 last cannons will do that. But at the same time, bum rushing your, you know, your most important vehicles, bum rushing them and then leaving them out in the open for 3 disintegrators to shoot at them. Come on, man. You're kind of asking for it. Like, there's underestimating AdMech, and then there's like just playing poorly. To be fair, a lot of AdMech's reputation is Skitari Hunter cohort. So maybe that player has played against AdMech and was like, I don't have to worry about this shit, he's just gonna have stealth all game. And then clearly realized that he wasn't playing Skitari Hunter cohort. So maybe that was it. I don't know. But like the overcommit was way too hard. I keep discovering countless rules after games. One that I discovered recently, I think I knew this, but I just like keep forgetting, is that cohort cybernetica stratagems last until your next command phase. So while they are only restricted, sorry, I'm cleaning my brush. While they are only restricted to the command phase, they last into your opponent's turn and out of yours, which is like really good. Because a lot of people think like, oh, it's just the command phase until the end of my turn. No, it is not. So there's a stratagem. I think it's Machine Spirit Resurgence or Machine Superiority, one of the two. I need to wash this brush. There's a lot of paint in the ferrule. That says if you're below starting strength, you increase or you get to reroll hits. And with a Ferromite, with a Disintegrator, that counts not only for all your stubbers, which is like what, 18 shots, rerolling hits in Overwatch, but your 4 last cannon shots basically, which is kind of fat. Rerolling hits on those things. Granted, it's still 6s, but you know, better than nothing. Same with bots. With bots, you can obviously flamer into combat because they're vehicles and they auto hit. But the other part of that being that if your bots are in combat and you've lost 1 bot out of 4 and you are ready for the clapback, if you use that to try to kill something and you didn't get the kill, on the clapback next turn, you will still have reroll hits. So you will just destroy anything in front of you. Triple Dissy's Omnicore. I have yet to play any Warhammer other than the one game of Kill Team. I have built some Adeptus Sororitas. For 40k or for Kill Team? It's going to be our next scenario for the week. I don't know. It's tomorrow that's reset, not today. Come on. Now we have a clean brush. Shape it a little bit. Sororitas for 40k. The resurgence is back. Sisters are here. Yeah, sisters have been kind of climbing back up, you know, go figure. They got rules changes that made them not overly bonkers, just balanced. I think it's because their data sheets are not bad at all. Did I fuck this brush up? I think I might have. God damn it. I actually really like this brush. But I'm pretty sure I have another one. Yeah, it's like super split. I don't know what the fuck I just did to it. I tried cleaning it, but I think I just kind of... Because it was brown up to here, and now it's, I think, just back here. Well, you know what they say, always have a backup brush. I don't know if they actually say that. What I'm going to do is probably leave this in water and let it break down a little bit. Check it. We already have another one. This is the one I got from Japan. In yen, baby. I miss hobby stores in Japan. They were the fucking best. And boom. These are super cheap too. I don't know how much they are in the US, but they're like $4 in Japan, so. Oh, look at that. That is a fucking beautiful brush. Jesus. Alright, time not to fuck this one up. Yeah, Vallejo brushes are definitely my favorite. I've tried like Army Painter. I don't think I've tried Citadel brushes. I think people told me not to get them. Although I'm not the biggest fan of like these pointy brushes too much because I paint like very large volumes of spaces. Silver Tortoise, how am I doing today? I'm chilling. I'm only gonna paint for a little bit because I have college homework to do. Gotta bullshit a fucking discussion post. As per usual, the college experience, pretending that you care. Nerd. It is what it is. I doubt my degree will like literally work towards anything. It's literally just there as like a basically a certification to be like, yeah, I have college education. Which I already have an associate's. I'm just working on another one in a different field. Never really felt the need to get a bachelor's. But I might. I just already have like skill set from work experience. So what's the point of getting a degree when I can just lean on my experience after, you know, 8 years in the field? Kind of no point. After all, I'd rather get a doctor that has 8 years experience than a doctor that went to college. Citadel brushes I feel don't hold the paint well. That's what I heard. They feel very cheap. I've heard that Pro Acryl brushes are really nice, but the problem with Pro Acryl brushes is that they're very expensive and hard to find. And then Vallejo brushes are probably my favorite, but they are also very hard to find. Also, I think my computer just shut itself. Oh, there we go. There's the music. Like, when I see a Vallejo rack and especially Vallejo brushes, I am so happy. I fucking love these things. Vallejo is probably my favorite paint company. I have been getting into the Army Painter a little bit more, but I tend not to like their stuff as much. Somebody told me, like, you have to break out of your comfort zone, bro. You gotta try Army Painter. So I bought a bottle of, I think it was navy blue or imperial blue for these like Inquisitors that I'm gonna paint. And by Inquisitors, I'm not talking 40k. It's a It's a Kickstarter project for Trench Crusade. And they look fucking cool. And they have like blue, I want to paint them with like blue and orange sashes. So we're gonna try that. I wonder if maybe I should have left this gun black and then dry brushed silver into it so it looks kind of like beat up. I'm trying to leave a lot of like the indents black so it looks more worn. What even is your degree then? I have a degree right now for emergency management. From whatchamacallit, the military, and then I'm working towards a general studies in Japanese language proficiency right now. So I did college before I enlisted. And then I got free credits after I enlisted, which gave me the 1 degree. But now I'm just finishing out all the credits that transferred from my time in college after high school to get my Japanese degree, because I want to go work in Japan again, because I loved it there. If it wasn't evident from me talking about my life in Japan. Coffee time. I've been thinking about applying to English teaching workout in Japan. The JET program in Japan is either really good or really shit. One of the two. My understanding is that JET doesn't allow you to pick where you go. You just kind of go into a room and they're like, here, you got assigned to X city. And that's where you live. You get like assigned to school basically. So you can end up in Tokyo or you can end up in the middle of nowhere like I was. Although it's not all that bad, to be honest. Middle of nowhere is not the worst. I mean, yeah, if you're interested, try it out. You don't get paid well though, and there's a lot of stigma around Japanese teachers because a lot of them are seen as kind of like freeloaders. Because they'll like just go to the country to teach, but they'll do very poor in their job and then just party all day. Granted, I know you're not that kind of person, but doesn't mean that the stigma won't apply. Is that all the silver? That gun took forever to paint. I don't know why. Yeah, I think that's all the silver I want. Okay, on to gold. I'm gonna lean back for a little bit. I'm hunched over like a fucking goblin. Oof. I will say, painting makes time fly so quick. Oh, man. Oh, fuck. Where did I put those Inquisitors to? I could show you guys. I think they're behind my tablet. No. Oh, here they are. So, let me pull out the cool guy. Where is he? He's like way the fuck in the bottom. So they kind of look like this. Very like inquisitorial, like old Spaniard style guys. And then There's like this giant fucking hulking guy that I have. He's gonna be fun as fuck. He's probably gonna get spray painted. That's a lot of surface to cover silver. Where's this guy? He's like the other main dude. He's probably like the main general, I guess, of the faction. He looks sick as fuck. I'm thinking like maybe give him like a blue or orange cape. I'm not sure yet. And then this sash is like blue. I don't know. I'm still kind of thinking about it all, but I just like this look a lot. So they're gonna be my Trench Pilgrim Warband in person. Because they're supposed to be New Antioch, but I already played New Antioch. I already have a full New Antioch roster in my little tin can. Let's see. My little lunchbox of Trench Crusade. Here, let me angle this up a little bit. Yeah, see? This is my little Trench Crusade warband. This guy loses magnet? Yeah, he did. I think I've shown this one. I showed this one on my Twitter. I'm really proud of this one. I like how he looks. Especially the base that I did for him. This is the first time I tried like really fucking around with basing. And if you guys saw the New Antioch video, then this color scheme should look very familiar to you. These guys. If it would focus. There we go. Nope. Come on, focus. Does it really not want to focus on this guy? Okay, okay. Yeah. Yeah. No. God damn it. Here. Wow, this camera really does not want to focus. There we go. Kind of. Yeah. Anyway, that color scheme should look familiar to you. And it's my IRL warband. That's how I got my models, well, modeled after for the character. He might get a 3D printer. I'll have my own. I'm sure he will. The dude plays D&D like mad. Well, I guess not anymore, but he's very devoted to it. So. Soul, get out of here. Gato. Gatito. Hijito. Alright, get out of here. I gotta go paint. I gotta paint. Go. Bye. What's that noise? Thought I heard something. Alright. I want to see how this guy looks now. Looks really wet and glistening. It looks like a gloss. The new gnome oil. That's what I don't like about it. It doesn't sit flat. Honestly, like, this is like playable. I think what I'll do is probably get them up to a play. No, I shouldn't do that. I was gonna say I'll get them up to a playable standard and then just continue to paint them over time. But knowing me, I'm just gonna be like, never come back to that. I'm very guilty of doing that. Or just being like, yeah, this one's done. Or good enough, but not done. And then I'll never finish it. Shit. Where was I? Right here? And the cat is on top of my chair again. I swear to God. So... Stop. Don't you step on the paint. Don't step on the paint. I swear to God. Can you fuck off, please? Yeah, you stepped on the paint. God damn. Move. Move your leg. Move your leg. God damn it. Hold on. I have to go wash off his fucking paw. I don't want him to lick his paw. What's it? What's wrong with you? Get over here. Let me see your paw. Let me see your paw. Oh, you're lucky that was dried paint. Hey, you little bastard. Can you leave me alone? Here, guys. Wait. Stay. Oh, so you want attention until... You're such a bastard. Oh, this one's nice. Look at this little guy. Look at him. You're a little bastard. This is a mayhem that likes to disturb stream all the time. No, you wanted to show your face so bad, right? What's up, buddy? You just chilling there? Is this where you want to stay? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Ear scratches. Yeah. This is what he bothers me for. Alright, you had enough. Get out of here. Okay, I guess we're not leaving then. Alright, go. Go, sal. Salte de aquí, carajo. Okay. Now I'm gonna have to get rid of fucking a bunch of hair. Okay. Hello, Mr. Number 1 dedicated anime channel in the Newsphere. Where is the guide on the data SOM detachment? Oh man, that one's in the back burner, like for real, for real. It does have an actual win rate of, look at the stats. Yeah, like, it has a high win rate because like one dude won with it. I'm not gonna say it's not coming. It obviously is. However, let's just say that I haven't gathered the resources of the detachment yet. So, God knows when it'll be made. Because usually what I do when I make a video, I like grab all like the stratagems, I grab all the units that I think are going to be relevant to the video, go on Photoshop, trim them out so they look nice. There's no like white backgrounds. I try to avoid those as much as possible. And then after that, I write the script. Or after the script, that's usually where I get stuck. Because I'm just like, God, I hate recording scripts. And then after I write the script, then it's a matter of going into the video editor, matching the animation with the what I'm saying. And then after that, after I match all the animation, I go through the audio, cut it while matching the animation so I save time. And then I go into the actual editing of like putting all the assets there, the animations, the music. And then I do the Patreon tricks. No, but if you look at it, it does have tricks. Yeah, no, it does. Like fight first robots are a thing. Taking, AP -4 cataphrons is a thing. Corpuscari bombs are a thing. Like AP -1 Corpuscaris with lethal hits, rerolling wounds. There's tricks for sure. I'm not saying that there's not. I'm just saying it's like one of the least relevant detachments next to Explorer Maniple. In terms of like how many people are trying to strategize with it. So it's a little bit more in the back burner when it comes to detachments that I'm wanting to cover right now. But it will come. I mean, don't get it twisted. If you've noticed in the video, there's the videos have like a certain tempo or cadence that I like to do. I like to do like I like to get like a unit out, and then I do a detachment, and then I do a forge world, and then I do maybe like a wrap up. Which the only reason I haven't done like a quarter 2 analysis is because stat check hasn't updated, and I wanted to run off their stats because it's really good for like just talking over. So I haven't checked in a while. I just know that they kind of like froze for a little bit because of the whole BCP purge thing. How do they get rerolling wounds? You'll have to watch the video, I guess. No, I'm just kidding. They get it off of if you have Corpuscaris in a boat, they will get the fire support rule off the boat, which allows them to reroll wounds in shooting, only in shooting, which is why it doesn't work with Fulgurites. And that's why it's the Corpy Bomb. But you could give him rerolling hits +1 a hit, or rerolling wounds +1 a wound, but I feel like that's better saved on the Fulgurites. So then you can spread your threat a little bit more. Because if you just devote everything to one unit, then it's not going to be very good. +1 a wound Corpies probably isn't like the best thing either, considering that they're only 1 damage. It's better to push through that 2 damage, especially when you can't get any other reroll source for the Fulgurites. Thought you meant Fulgurites? No. I just feel like Fulgurites work better in Halo's Creed. The only reason that Fulgurites are better in Data Som over Halo's Creed is sheer damage output because of the whole +1 attack thing. But that only applies on the charge. I don't think I'm spitballing here, but I don't think that Data Som has advance in charge, if I remember correctly. That's like one of the biggest criticisms of that detachment. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't. And Fulgi's not having that really sucks. So they deal more damage when they connect, but they connect less often for that reason. And then it's like, okay, well, do I want to have my Fulgurites in my boat, or do I want to have my Corpuscari who can actually take advantage of it? And then like the justification for running Fulgurites becomes harder and harder. It does not, yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. So you have to kind of like fight yourself a little bit. You have to be like, well, am I gonna have to walk up these Fulgurites, or am I gonna put them in the transport, but that means no Corpy Bomb? What is more important to me, right? So I like them in Halo's Creed because you can start them right against a wall, and they are like the scariest fucking charge threat because advancing charge on them is really nice. They're also really good in Red Zone because they have that auto advance 6, which they don't have anywhere else. And you can give them, you can't give them advances in charge there, but you know, auto advance 6 is nice. Just like Data Som though, you have to wait. How goes it, Nifty? I'm seeing you again. 17 days without a stream, I know. It's crazy. I should do better as a content creator, you know? I think there's a world where you use Servitors as screens just reassign them to be a very defensive army, and Fights First is something very, very nice to have. Yeah, Fights First is nice. I won't deny that. I just don't think it's worth running the suite of Data Som in order for it. I think ideally, you only want the Fights First so that you can fight first against something that fights first. In the sense of like if a Lictor is charging at you or something. But like, ideally you don't want your Fulgurites to get charged into. So, especially in Data Som. Because if I remember correctly, the rule doesn't apply when you're charged, it applies when you charge. So, very important for you to be the one to connect, and you would get Fights First from that anyway. Anything that has Fights First that can threaten your Fulgies in combat is what you have Cataphrons for. The only thing that sucks about that detachment as well is the fact that you are locked to a choice. If you could change it between like command phases, as boring as that design fucking is, it would be a lot better. Because then you could like reprioritize it if you need to pull back and use your Corpuscari a little bit more. But you can't. You're stuck with it because you choose it until the end of the game, which is kind of lag. Yeah, I'd make you not get it anywhere else. You were correct. Now, if servitors actually had, like, not just servo claws, but like arc claws or hydraulic claws, and they were battle line, then that would actually be fucking crazy. I think Data Som could have really seen that. That's what I would have liked to see with a lot of the last data slate. I would have liked to see for the Legio Cybernetica detachment, instead of just buffing Legio Cybernetica, just make it AdMech vehicles. I don't think it would be too busted to give AdMech vehicles +1 or +2 move, or give them the Legio Cybernetica keyword. So then you could have like +2 move Dragoons, +2 move Iron Striders, +2 move Doom Crawlers. You know, they're not gonna like these, you know, running up at people like something like the Aleka with Dreadnought, and Castellans are the only ones that are gonna want that anyway, so why not just give it to everything else? I think that would have been a really nice buff to have. That, and then for Data Som, they could have given the Servitors Battle Line and Cult Mechanicus, so there's a little bit more use there. It does not apply when you are charged with the Fulgurates with the Data Som buff. It's one of the very few things you can actually kill things they connect with. You can give the Gladius mechanic. I don't know about busted. I mean, Fulgurites will fuck anything up they get in combat with, to be honest. I have a game on stream where I charged a Bellacore in Halo's Creed and I one-shot him. Like, if they connect, they're very good, but it's the clapback. It's the connecting part that's difficult for them. And Data Som only helps them hit harder, and that's kind of not their issue. It's the fact that they're very slow. Now, I'm not saying that them not having extra attacks is... Like, they should have 3 attacks. I think they only have 2 right now. I think that they should have 3 attacks to make them more consistent. But the consistency doesn't matter if you can't get them into combat, right? So... Just like how, like, a Scorpius isn't good if you can't draw line of sight. I mean, probably less than that because they at least manage threats. They're like deterrents. Oh, they wouldn't be busted. Yeah, no, I agree. If they saw a defensive FF profile like robots, I think there would be a world people have one with it. No, I'm not saying that you can't win with it. I think you can win with any detachment. I don't know how they did it, if I'm being completely honest. They must have really hated themselves. But I would imagine it was a mixture of... The most that I see is... I've seen more people use the -1 AP buff than I have the Fulgurite attack buff. Because the -1 AP buff makes Cataphrons like a fucking disgusting unit. -4 AP arc rifles and rapid fire range... That is ridiculously gross. You basically blow up anything in front of you. Like, Cataphrons can do what Fulgurites do, but better. The only thing that Fulgurites have on top of them is they're a little bit more durable, especially if led by a Dominus. And they have Devastating Wounds. But again, Devastating Wounds doesn't matter if you don't connect. And for every 2 Devastating Wounds you pass, like, 2 attacks by a Cataphron is 6 damage. 2 attacks by a Fulgurite is only 2, or sorry, 4. So you have more breakpoints within your Cataphron units than you do your Fulgurites, and that makes them a lot more consistent. But don't worry, the video is coming. Never fear. What nerfs do I think are coming for Sub Assault? I heard Trevi. What did he say that they should do? I think he said that that once you open a tunnel, it should close. So like Raveners open a tunnel, something comes out, and then it closes. Because the problem is that you can leave a tunnel open, and then like teleport a fucking Hive Tyrant across the map, and then just like get in somebody's face with a Vectora, and then deny them from doing anything. Because you're just like, oh, here's a Vector that normally takes, that's kind of hard to expose. And not only that, but my Hive Lord actually fucks everything up in combat. So, surprise. And you're just like, wow, you shouldn't be able to do that. I like that change. I think the change should also be that it limits the amount of units that can come out from one point. So, like, either 2 units or 1 monster unit or something like that. Because having like 3 Molochs come out is kind of insane. It's just weird that they put so much restrictions on the Cabal of Sorcerers Chaos attachment, where like a Demon Prince only gives your ranged weapons Strength Plus, and then like your melee weapons are AP minus. No, it was Sorcerers give your ranged weapons Strength, and then Demon Princes give your melee weapons AP, and it's like, why are they restricted, but the Dins are just like, yeah, no, just drop anything out from your fucking hole, dude. Oh yeah, back and get some water. Somebody was saying like, oh, but you can break the tunnel, and it's like, once the tunnel is there and they get anything out, it literally doesn't matter. You know, like, it's not so much that you can break the tunnel, but you have to prevent the tunnel from being dug, and if you just can't screen that, then you're done. Like, you just get fucking assaulted, and it's a matter of whether you can survive the fucking storm that's about to happen. So, and that stratagem that I thought was going to be busted, the one where it's sustain 1 and ignore cover after emerging, yeah, that one's problematic. Go fucking figure. Who would have guessed? Fulgurites with the Dominus are very close to Sister of Battle Sacrosans. They're more killy, but slightly less defensive and don't regen. Yeah. The problem is that Sisters get buffed if you kill things. So they kind of benefit more than we do. You just lose your fucking tech for use. That's all you gain from that. Damn, I really fucked this brush up. I don't think this one's savable. Maybe I should just dip it in some alcohol. Alright. +6 to every charge is a buff, certainly. +6? That's crazy. What do you mean? Like, you just get a flat 6 charge? I think that'd be a bit much. We're already like one of the fastest armies in the game. With Army-wide Assault. I don't know. I want to like Fulgurites. They were like one of my favorite units in 8th edition, but they are just so... they're so up in the air right now. I just don't know where to how to take them. Oh, Sisters. Yeah. Yeah, you're talking about like the new... What's it called? What's that detachment that you sacrifice Miracle Dice to get buffs? Righteous Crusaders is Black Templars. Fuck. It's the one that came out in God damn it, words escape me. It's the one that came out in Grotsmas. It's not Bringers of Flame. I don't remember. Okay. I have this much more to go. Not a Horde army, by the way. God damn it, Admech. What happened to you? Why couldn't I just paint 5 of these guys? Champions of Faith, that's the one. Sacrosants to get anywhere? Yeah, I think like... They're kind of like, Fulgurites are kind of like our Chosen. Except Chosen are way deadlier. Granted, they can only get devastating wounds once, but they are fast as fuck. I need to paint silver before I paint gold. Let me not make this mistake again. As soon as I'm done with this gold, this one will be okay. It makes me feel so I wanted to play Kill Team yesterday, but the tables were full. I need to get more reps in so that I really stick the fucking rules down, because that game is so confusing to me. My mate plays Sisters and they just work. Yeah, I know. Sisters players were being babies earlier in this edition, in my opinion. Yes, they got nerfed, but I don't think it was nearly that bad. Call me a hater, I'm ready to get clipped. But I really don't think it was that bad. It was bad. But, fuck it, we've been dealing with it for most of the edition. Black Templars lose they get nerfed on their meltas for their rhinos once and they start crying. Same with Sisters. It's like that meme, it's like first time. We've had how many rewrites now? If I can get the base done for 3 of these models, I will be happy. What time is it right now? 7? Probably paint for 1 more hour. It was bad that I will acknowledge was only for 3 to 4 months and they went back to 50. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They got fixed over the course of one data slate. They got nerfed one data slate, the next data slate they got buffed again. And they went back up. It's like, wow. That's all it took. That's all it took for them to abandon their army. That's crazy. Because the Sisters' play rate was fucking abysmal. It's just like, wow, damn. That's it, huh? And even then, they weren't that far below us in win rate for those 3 to 4 months. I think they were only like 1 or 2% below us. So it's like, this isn't a normal existence for you, Sisters. You were busted for a pretty big portion of the edition when Bringers of Flame came out. And then you go down to our level and it's just like, I guess going from first to fucking second to last is that big of a fall. It's that big of a fucking mental damage to you that you have to abandon your entire army. Crazy. For the faithful, I don't know if they're very faithful. Personally, I can't really complain about AdMax since I started playing last summer. My first ETS game was 2 weeks before the +1 in creative skill. I mean, even then, we haven't been doing great. That's kind of like the whole point that I'm talking about, is like, even with all the fixes that we've gotten, we're still like not good. But like Sisters was really good. They over-nerfed them. And then they just fixed them back up to a level where they're respectable. And the reason that they're allowed to make that change so easily, as opposed to us, where we've gotten so many changes and nothing has really happened, like we'll go up for like a couple of weeks and then we'll go back down to where we normally are, is because our data sheets are so bad. We can't rely on our data sheets. You can buff our army rule as much as you want, but like the data sheets are the intrinsic problem. And because they're not willing to do mass data sheet rewrites because it is a lot of work, the army's never going to be able to hoist itself up with its units, only if it gets like an overpowered detachment. So we're kind of just stuck, and that's why I think that the AdMech Codex is like is poorly designed, because like no matter what you do, you have to basically make them like mega busted in order for them to work well, because otherwise they have to rely on data sheets to like have synergies, and our data sheets just don't have that. That's the problem. Oh, it was dark times. You need to be a Assault game and hope your opponent misplayed. Yeah. Yeah, try to shoot them in their deployment zone, or basically don't have an army rule. I guess you have Assault on all your guns, but like, what does it matter when you shoot on 4s? Especially when like, it's funny that the game that Nacho was streaming when he was streaming Teams 2 days ago, yesterday actually, so many people in the chat were like, Tyraxi have strength 3 guns? Infiltrators have strength 3 guns? It's like, welcome to AdMech, dude. It's crazy because they were saying that AdMech shooting is insane because, you know, he one-tapped a land fortress with 2 disintegrators. But then they see that, you know, oh, it turns out that a lot of their units have fucking strength 3 guns. It's just the disintegrator that's good. And even that's, you know, that's not exactly true in and of it. The disintegrator's good, but it's not like standalone good. It's the fact that nothing can close into the disintegrator because we have so much shit to block the way. Also, the fact that the Votan player massively misplayed. But I thought it was funny that the entire chat was like, "Holy shit, those are some fucking weak ass guns." Like, yeah, that's it. Welcome. Now there's a chance you win off your own plays. Yeah, I mean, Skitari Hunter cohort. There was somebody that came into the AdMech unofficial Discord and they're like, what should I play if I want to play Skitari spam? And we were like, well, probably Skitari Hunter cohort, but you're going to need a lot of Skitari. And he's like, yeah, but how does it play? And we're like, basically you body block your opponent until they just give up or you lose. He's like, that sounds kind of fun. And everyone's like, it's really not. I wonder if I should color this purple to give a little bit more purple to the look. I'm gonna leave these black, maybe. Give something literally in cover. Give Scouts essential. Ooh, but reroll instead. That'd be fucking nice, yeah. Literally just got back from a game where I blew Mid's player's mind with the Servitor Strength 3 Flamers. That's brutal. Strength 3 Flamers, it's sad that, like, I've been bitching about the Strength 3 Flamers on Sulfur Hounds for so long, and then in response, GW was just like, yeah, but what if we gave Servitor Strength 3 Flamers? I was like, dog, come on! Strength 3 Flamer is actually wild. The only reason that Strength 3 Flamers are good in other armies, like, say, fucking GSC, is because there's 20 fucking neophytes. Like, that's why it's good, because there's 20 of them. Then you have a squad of 3 dogs, each with Strength 3 Flamers and these little fucking Strength 4 blast pistols, that is completely counterintuitive to the point that they want to charge into things, but then they can't use their pistols in combat. Like, what is the point, dude? Who thought about that? The GW's fucking minds, they were popping off that day. I don't know what the fuck they were thinking when they wrote that codex. But we saw the Sisters nerf, we saw the Sisters buff. I still think it's crazy. I was watching my video on the codex thing because I wanted to see how well it had held up, the codex retrospective. And how Space Marines got both buffed to get the +1 to wound on oaths, and then nerfed with Calgar and Gilliman before we got a change to Cybernetica cohort. Like that, the fact that they passed out such fat buffs and then such fat nerfs to so many armies before they even bothered to touch that detachment is actually kind of wild. I'm trying to make them work since edition launch. It's hard, yeah. It's not very easy. They don't know what they want to do. That's the problem with the dogs. Like, they want to charge, but that stops them from using a lot of their guns, and then they suck in melee. Their melee's worse than the fucking, what's the name of these fuckers? The Raiders, because the Raiders have the Sabers, and the Sabers actually go to AP2 and Conquer, which is kind of nice. They can't use their pistols, even though the entire point of pistols is the fact that you can shoot them in combat, because those pistols have blast. You want to charge to get the line breakers ability, but you don't because you want to use all your fucking guns, even though your guns are pissed. So it's like, do I get a bomb in to do 3 mortal wounds, or do I try to bank on all these various guns that basically do nothing? Either way, you're doing nothing. You know what I mean? So it's like, why not just run Raiders? And the whole justification for Raiders back in the day is the fact that they can snipe units out and break charges, and now Raiders just don't do either of those. They just reactive move. It's like, great. And a reactive move is nice, I'm not saying it's not, but a reactive move 6 on a unit that can't move through terrain because it's a fucking mounted unit is not as good. Granted, they're fast as fuck, but they don't reactive move their movement, they reactive move 6. Actually, they reactive move D6, so it's even worse. If they reactive move 6 flat, like the Taraxi do with their shoot and scoot, probably be a lot better. And even better if they could do the tactical oblique thing from editions, like old editions, where they can choose to reactive move in response to a charge. Because then you can dissuade charges, but you can only reactive move after the movement. You probably low roll and then you get charged anyway, and you're like, wow, okay, well that was fucking worthless. So now, like most of our army, they're glorified screens. Because you run them up, you turn them sideways so they can have a bigger footprint, and then you go, alright, go ahead and kill them. Call got minus 10 points, surely comparable to Rowboat's 2 outs with +1 a wound. Absolutely. Why would you think otherwise? It's not like they shoot on 3s or anything. I always love seeing that fucking article they published where it says that AdMech remains one of the Imperium's most premier shooting armies, and then there's an army both in the Imperium that shoot on 3s and on 2s. It's like, wow, you couldn't lie to us any harder, could you? It's actually fucking crazy. The gaslight is so real. Oh, man. I'm sorry, I'm taking a break. Making sure don't fucking kill my back. Oh, man. But yeah, that's the situation. Fun. I don't know, the more I play AdMech, I wonder, like, it just kind of seems normal now. You know what I mean? So, like, I wonder if I just got used to it. You know what I mean? Because, like, I was playing against this World Eaters player, and he was just like, your shit, like, either doesn't hit or hits really hard. And I was like, yeah. The thing is that, like, I never feel like that's the case. But I think I just know how to play the army now to the point that, like, my shooting doesn't unimpress me anymore, but I know how to utilize it just enough to give myself an advantage, you know what I mean? Because it's almost never about killing, it's always about, like, I'm gonna kill enough of your chaff to make me flip the objective. Like, but I'll leave, like, blocks of bloodletters or something at, like, 3 units left, just because I want to, like, you know, cancel out their OC and sit on a point that they're on.
and then I'm just gonna sit there and hold the point, right? Like, and denying it, basically. Slowly losing my units off the point to those bloodletters melee. And then eventually I'll get no prisoners and be like, alright, now it's time to finish you off. You know what I mean? Because I know I won't be able to finish you off in one shooting phase. So... You would have a hard time finding comparable units to other armies? Yeah, it's pretty tough. The only one that I can consistently think of is GSC, because they play a lot like us. The thing is that they actually have the support to do so as a Horde army. We have Horde army points, but not Horde army stats or abilities. That's the hardest part. Six last cannons when a disintegrator can kill a lot of stuff. Yeah, no, it definitely can. The thing is that we're not accurate with it. We have to like Pharaoh my cannon to get to a respectable level, and then you have to roll a fat d6, which is like the problem with any last cannon. But like then you look at something like Predator Annihilators that can reroll the damage roll, so they're a lot more consistent than us, right? GSC has damage. Oh, I know they do. Don't get me wrong. But what I'm saying is that they have damage, and then it dies, and then they bring it back, and then they smack you again. And then they die, and then they bring it back, and then they smack you again. Like, that's the thing. We don't have that. We have, like, a couple of smacking units, and then once we die, you know? If there's one thing that AdMech can brag, it's their durability. In the sense of, like, durability in the sense of, like, we can be very annoying to remove because of invuln saves. Like, it doesn't matter what you're shooting at us with, we have a save. Is that save gonna go very far? Maybe. Like, you'll be able to, like, weather more attacks than usual and then reinforce it with another wave of Skitarii, you know? But it's not nothing like, you know, like bringing back a block of 20 Gaunts or something like that. 5+ is a drug? Yeah, 100% it is. Sometimes you survive shit that you shouldn't. That's why, like, in the Infiltrator video, I said, like, Infiltrators, especially them, I don't know what it is about them, but they love to just not die. There will always be one Infiltrator alive, and he will battle shock every single time on the point. And you're just like, yeah, you're not. I'm going to piss you off in this point just enough to where you're gonna lose primary. And you're gonna think like, oh dude, I don't have to do anything here. This thing surely will die. No, it doesn't. There's always one unit that, like, every single game, like, that I can remember, that I have Infiltrators. It's always the first block gets immediately charged and dies, right? But it gets charged by something that would have been much more proactive to just move and advance it and completely ignore the Infiltrators, right? But they get greedy. People get greedy and they want to charge things. And it's like, dude, go ahead. Like, if you wipe this unit, then you wasted a charge when you could have just moved and advanced past them and nothing would have happened. You know what I mean? Like... But now you're just stuck in combat for one turn longer, or you're just battle shocked for no reason. That is always one unit of Infiltrators. The second one is always the one that they charge the turn after because it's screened effectively, and then that one just refuses to die. That is, like, always the trend that I see. It's one that they greedily advance towards and waste movement on, and then one that, you know, just sits in a point and lives. So, like, in my experience, like, my latest game against World Eaters... one Infiltrator, what did he do? One Infiltrator got charged by Spawn, and they died. But Spawn moved fast as fuck, right? And he chose to charge a Infiltrator block that was 9 inches away, instead of just advancing and moving and advancing, to get closer to my line. You know what I mean? And I was like, sure, dude, go ahead. Like, I don't give a fuck. And then the second one was a Forge Fiend, right? So... the Forge Fiend was blocked, and then I immediately charged it, and I held it up for 2 turns. And then the Chaos Spawn charged and killed all but one, and then they got stuck with the one. And the Forge Fiend got stuck for 2 turns because he didn't respond there. He didn't have, like, a counter charge unit. So it's like, you could just not. But people, like, they always eat the bait. You know what I mean? So the game that I was talking about yesterday with Nacho when he was playing Psycho. That Votan player, he took the bait. He saw that open Dune Rider, he pulled Bring It Down, and he was like, alright, gonna kill the crab. And that baited him to put everything out in the open. That's what lost him the game. So it's just like, the thing is that we don't play Warhammer like everyone else does. And a lot of it is just baiting your opponent. That is the fun part about AdMech. I will say, it's like it's like a cruel fun because I don't always like to play that way, but like when it does come together, you're just like, yes. You know what I mean? I do think the trick is to be better at the melee shenanigans tricks. Yeah, like slingshotting yourself works really well if you know how to do the melee slingshot. For the record, I agree 100%. Yeah, I can see the fun in it, but usually it's like a very... It's more out of necessity than it is about fun. And that's what makes it painful to play. Because I would like to do that more if I got to play like in 9th edition where I'm using appreciations and depreciations to do things, right? But it's not that. It's just like, hey, your units suck and this is the only way you can play them, rather than, hey, you can utilize your units to do a lot of damage, or you could utilize them to, you know, choke up an opponent. The choice is yours depending on how you think this game is best handled. That's not an option. It's literally just piss off your opponent. And it's like, that's not always fun for both parties. Because, I mean, the fun part is rolling dice and, you know, taking units off the board. And Admech doesn't do that very well. At the very least, in like the deranged sense of GSC, you like watch all your units die, but you're like, yes, yes, fall into my plan. So. Can I delete a message from here? Boo. 1 second, I gotta go delete this message. I'll be right back. Okay. Dang, you killed my infills in melee. Shame they weren't bait for my line of fire. Heroic? I haven't done heroic intervention with infills. I know that that's like one of the best uses. I don't know, I never, I guess, found the need. Because I just fight a lot of like, I fight a lot of world eaters and they always just kill my infiltrators first. And it's like, okay, that's fine. I don't give a fuck. So I never got to do that. If my opponents do start ignoring my infiltrators, I would absolutely be doing heroic intervention all the time. But they always go for the bait, and I'm just like, alright. Hey man, that's a free turn that I get to move up my Cataphrons. You're gonna charge my infiltrators, they're not gonna die. They're gonna fall back, and then Cataphrons are gonna open up on you. But I'm sure if I started playing in more competitive scenes, then, you know, people would start fucking me up. Granted, the 40k that I play on Tuesdays is like training, basically. They call it like a dojo. Because you're like, you are here to play competitive. Because then they also host yearly events, and they basically train there to play in those. One of the guys from Frontline Gaming, I think he's one of the guys in charge. I haven't either, but I do suspect the trick of tanking with Skitarii and heroic with infos is better. Yeah, every single time I charge Skitarii because I have to, like, you know, hold back a line. Like, one time Karn and a couple of Berserks got through, and I charged my Vanguard, and they got absolutely fucking annihilated. I was like, yeah, they're not winning against that. Same with my Ruststalkers. One time he was on the other side of a ruin, but he wasn't an inch away. So I charged, killed like 5 of them, and then they just instantly died. And I was like, rip. That's how it'd be, though. I figured my Ruststalkers would kill more than fucking 4 Berserkers, though. I think that guy almost accused me of cheating, too. One time I shot Overwatch with my Cataphrons. And I rolled my Overwatch, and I was like, okay, so I'll roll, re-rolling, boom. And I was like, it's I think it was like 10 hits. It's like 10 hits. I was like, yeah. He's like, how much was it? I was like, what was it? Squad of 6 is 12. So he's like, you got all those hits and all those wounds through? I was like, yeah. I was like, oh, that's like statistically really fucking difficult to do all the time. It's like, oh, they have lethal hits, dude. He's like, oh. It's like, yeah, don't forget. Every single sustain that, or every single hit I get on Overwatch just automatically goes through. I play very competitive 40k, more or less, only in the Swedish WTC server, and that's where I get 50-70% of my gains. You have to do tagging tricks in my experience. Be the closest unit, don't let them consolidate on what they want. Yep. Exactly. You know how they don't consolidate? 5+ feel no pain in Skitarii Hunter cohort. Just like, alright. 5 up feel no pain, or 5 up invuln. No, 5 up feel no pain. No, they're fine. It's just such a fuck you army, man. That's why I don't like it. Like, in some regards I do like it, but in other regards I'm just like, God, this feels so fucking boring to play. I could tell that Votan player was probably thinking that shit when he was facing Nacha, because he was just like, this Dune Crawler does not fucking die. And I'm like, yeah, don't do that, man. You could hear his mental slowly breaking over the stream. I was like, oh man, that's brutal. And that's what this army does. Imagine what it feels like playing the army, first of all. I like how that Melta looks. That looks sick. Oh, here, let me pick this. Covered in fucking cat fur, man. God damn it. I love Halo Screed. It's such a fun army. Yeah, it's basically all I play now. There was one day, I think I was driving somewhere and I was like, you know what? I've never played Skitarii Hunter Cohort. I should probably do a stream with that. I've never fucking touched that thing because I saw it and I was like, that looks dreadful. No thanks. But maybe I should give it a whirl. It just reminds me, like, there was one time this guy was doing Fruit Hunting Pack on War Games Live and he got fucking, like, totally wiped turn 3 with, like, I think maybe 4 VP to, like, 50 something, and I was like, oh my god. And you play Fruit very similar to Skitarii Hunter Cohort. And I was like, Jesus Christ, man. That's another army I want to play is Crew. They're, like, really bad, but... It's not from thinking it's strong. Yeah, it's one of the stronger armies in the game, but like, not in the game. Sorry, in the army. But it's like pure torture. Like, I don't know why. Besides, like, somebody like Ziegler, who's like, obviously aiming for competitiveness to win for his team with like a competitive mindset, like basically play whatever you need to. I don't see why you would do that. It sounds like actual torture. I think Halo Street is the perfect line between like all-rounder, fun, balanced, able to win. Even Crew have a way to resurrect. Yeah, but now it's limited. That's the shitty part. That's why they got hurt so bad, because of fucking Endless Swarm. The sins of the Tyranids. And the Guard, I guess. Guard can only resurrect Cadians, I think. So... it was mostly like the reinforced Gaunt break of 20. You're just like, wow, this is cancer. Same with Green Tide, actually. That's another person that pushed that change. The crew didn't care for it too much because the crew never came back with their leader, but like, you didn't care with Gaunts. You're not fucking throwing a leader with Gaunts. Ziegler does seem to be the one voice of actually fun AdMech. He does agree that Tyrax are the best data sheet. Guard used to be able to resurrect Sentinels. With reinforcements, really? Was it like a sentry keyword? Or, sorry, a, what are they called? Squadron keyword? As opposed to like something else? Armored Sentinels, Jesus. Yes, I think Ziegler really does like birds. I don't know about as much as Alex. Ziegler's funny as fuck though. I like how like, you know, calm, collected he is in his videos, but when he hops in the Discord, bro, he's so funny. He like actually speaks his fucking mind. There was one video where he was talking about like how disappointed he was with Call's data sheet, and he went on a fucking rant. I was like, yeah, say it, Siegs. You fucking tell him, dude. It was, I think he was on with Jack, if I remember correctly. I don't know if I like this kind of like hip armor being gold. I think on the next servitor, I'm gonna try to just do the knee gold. See which one I like better. I don't really care about fucking up servitors too much. Okay. What Discord? The AdMech unofficial Discord. If you go to the AdMech subreddit, it's their Discord. He pops in the comm chat channel every once in a while to talk. But not for very long and not for much. I mean, it's not really worth like asking him for tips because, you know, obviously he works for Art of War and then they sell their services there. But he'll talk about some experiences and how he feels about some units. Very big AdMech presence there. Alex talks there quite a bit too. He's the guy that won with the Cybernetica list a couple of patches before it got fixed. Alright, I think I'm happy there. Kind of put on the metallic maybe a little too thick, but I think I didn't wash this model very well either. But yeah, the man wants to shoot stuff, but he recognizes the Ferds are good. The servitors look good for the record. I love the purple gold. Thank you, appreciate it. I think I need to wash them a little bit though, because this one hasn't been washed, right? I want to see what the difference of... Goddamn cat hair, fucking piece of shit. So this is with Nuln Oil on the left, and then the one on the right is without. I didn't realize I was out of frame. I don't know if I really like the new Nuln Oil. I'm gonna try to do this one with old Nuln Oil and see if it pops out like significantly better. Because I don't like the new formula. I heard somebody said that if you get the Black Templar's medium paint and we'll thin it down, it's basically the old Nuln Oil. Let me try it out. Damn, this stuff looks like way darker, which I kind of like. It looks more like streaky and grimy. paint the cables later. I might do like different colors. Maybe like yellow and orange. Actually, never mind. Maybe I'll do blue. I'm thinking of making the flesh either I'm gonna leave it like this kind of like off gray, or I'm gonna make it blue. Like a sky blue, like electrocuted flesh. Just kind of speed painting the shit out of this thing. Go, 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 go. The only problem is with the old non-oil, you do have to kind of spread it like from recesses like this, because it will dry and look like a splotchy. So I usually like to pull it down or into the creases, which I think makes it look better. Because it like dries hard. Which is probably one of the only complaints I have about old non-oil. I think everything else about it was literally fucking perfect. I really don't know why they changed the formula on this thing. Washes make everything better. Like, I'm like I said, fairly new and only have used non-oil. But it's the only thing that I found that actually makes stuff look good. Yeah, I mean, non-oil is a meme for a reason. It is really good. I think you can get away with not buying Citadel. I'm not the biggest fan of Citadel paints anymore. They dry too fast. Core X White is terrible. Abaddon Black is not black. It's like this off gray. But if there's two paints that I think you should absolutely always have from Citadel, it's Agrax Earthshade and non-oil. Those paints are fucking incredible. Mephiston Red is a very good one for like generic AdMech color. Same with Wild Rider Red. Lead Belcher is also really fucking good. I've moved past Lead Belcher. I used to swear by it. And I still kind of do, because it gives you that perfect metallic looking color, and with non-oil it looks fucking wonderful. But since then I've found better paints, at least ones that I like a lot more. So like the silver I'm using right now is Dark Silver from Pearl Acryl. That silver is glorious. It's gorgeous. It's a gorgeous silver. It looks really dark, but when it dries, it just gives this perfect sheen. And with non-oil, it just looks fucking gorgeous, man. Put a little bit of non-oil down here and make some shadows. Okay. Also, old non-oil dries really quick. New one is fucking takes forever. I marinate the patch. But I'm a blue AdMech enjoyer, so I do the coats in lizard green or whatever it's called. Sotek green. I love that color, if that's the one you're talking about. That color is really good. Yeah, there's a couple. Like, I really like Caliban green. This one right here is good. Urk Shade. Urkland Flesh Shade. This one's pretty good too.
Their contrast paints are pretty good, and same with their shades. But that's about all I buy. Any layer or base paints, I think, are fucking terrible. I mean, like all my collection. There, you can see it's mostly Vallejo and Pro Acryl. There's a couple of Army Painter in there, but yeah, I don't use, like, all my shades are fucking. I have Trucci Violet shades for Citadel, Nuln Oil, Berserker Blood Shade's really good. Caribou Crimson's alright. Poxwalker is one that I bought that I want to try. I haven't tried that one yet. I also bought like I said, I'm not the biggest fan of Army Painter. I like their gunmetal, their Warpaint Fanatic gunmetal. This one's really nice, but then it also kind of contends with Dark Silver. Dark Silver is probably a little bit better if I want to get like a very deep metallic look. But like their plate mail with their gunmetal, like if you use gunmetal and then plate mail on top of it, it looks really nice. There's some war paints that I like again, leaf green. This one's nice, but I just don't like flat, bright colors like this. And Vallejo's really good at that. Like this, like flat blue. You know, this looks like just like a very primary kind of color. But then like with Vallejo, you get like these really nice blues, like dark sea blue, Prussian blue. This is way brighter, way nicer. But not like flat, I guess is kind of the word I'm looking for. Same with Pro Acryl. Like Pro Acryl has this like really nice dark emerald, but their Ruinous Spell is just so much flatter, and I don't like that. So I really like my Vallejo, but I hear that the speed paints are actually really cool. They're very like deep and thick. So okay, let's see where these guys are at. God damn it. Did I just break something? I heard something fly. Huh? Yeah, I did. I broke that.
You know, you can't even tell the difference though, so it's okay. That's what I get for not having them base. I have no idea where I went either. Oh well.
Honestly, it still looks like an arc rifle. If I didn't have it. Yeah, but like, oh, god damn, all this fucking cat hair, bro. But yeah, like you can see that the left one has like a lot of a flatter look, while the other one looks more glossy and shiny. And I like that like flat metal look. This left one is old Nuln Oil. Maybe that's a little bit better when it focuses there. And this one is new Nuln Oil. So they kind of probably look the same on camera, but I also heard
I could probably find it and glue it back. I kind of don't care. It flew towards like my shoot rack, so it's probably buried way the fuck over here. Well, all I found back here was cat hair. Which is crazy because I don't know how my cat's getting cat hair back here. Maybe it's back here. I heard it in my boxes. Nope. It's gonna be really hard to see that. So back here. Nope. Yeah, that shit's gone. I don't know. Oh well, I don't really care. It's no big deal. No use crying over spilled milk. Yeah. Put this back. Man, I need to sell my shoes. I have way too many. I don't even know why I have all these. Oh well.
on camera they look very similar, but I do buy that the contrast is very real. Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell outside. Yeah, I'm gonna have to paint this because that's where it cracked. Boop. And just like that, nobody will ever know. Just looks like a normal arc rifle. They may not be spindly, but that doesn't stop me from being clumsy.
Or maybe it didn't fly down there. I don't know. Crazy that it broke so easily. Usually resin's tough as fuck. Alright. I guess we'll just keep going with new Nuln Oil. Fuck it. Whatever. Maybe I just gotta give it like a really good shake. Or maybe I can add some of the old Nuln Oil in with this new one. And that'll give like a similar effect. Maybe I should just go with 2 layers of Nuln Oil. It's just not like, there's not a lot of black pigment in here. That's the thing I don't like about it. So you're basically just doing like a very light gray shade, but if you put it on too thick, then it's just gonna look all glistening and, you know, not good. It's almost like a gloss paint. Because they used to do like Agrax Earthshade and Agrax Earthshade Gloss. So they would shine a little bit more, kind of like the difference between a matte and a gloss varnish. But it's just always gloss now. Yeah, it's not bad. I'm not saying it's bad. It's just not what I know Nuln Oil to be. I should try maybe another brand. I wish that Vallejo made washes. I don't think they do. And if they do, it's not like in like a normal bottle. It's like one of those like different lines where they have like a big ass fucking tub, like they do for some of their metallics. I have one Army Painter wash. It's strong tone, and I'm not the biggest fan of it. But maybe I'm using it for the wrong things. So. But yeah, you see how like glossy it looks, man. That's the thing I don't like about it. It just looks really, like I said, it looks like fish skin, like glistening fish skin, like the gills of a fish. That reminds me, I want to tune into one of completely unrelated. If it wasn't clear by my content, I like anime stuff, but I don't really watch much of it. And I have like some VTuber stuff in there too. Like I know about VTubers, I know some of them. I kind of watch clips here and there, but I wouldn't call myself like a VTuber watcher, and especially not a fan. But like the whole like Gura coming back thing as Saba, I kind of want to fuck with that. Like I kind of want to see what the deal is, because now it's like, oh, she's back as like a new VTuber, and I kind of want to be like, there's a time to get in, it's now. But I don't know if I want to get in, because then I'd have to be a VTuber fan. And I don't really understand the culture. It just doesn't make sense to me. I guess I'm just too much into the nerdy Warhammer stuff. I love being the guy that plays with plastic soldiers on the weekends, I guess. I will say, at least this Nuln Oil, like, if you put too much of it, it doesn't fuck up the paint job. Because the other one, like, if you overdid it, you definitely overdid it. But the problem is that now I feel like I'm going to have to overdo it. Like, I'm putting, like, fucking 3 coats on. Maybe I'm just being a hater. Maybe I should shut up. Unwashed model has a weird texture that falls when your fingers are sweaty. My fingers are dry as fuck. I do have sweaty hands normally, but the state that I live in now is like super arid, so. Is it solvable with a matte varnish? The thing is that like this Nuln Oil will dry eventually. It just dries really slow. Like now it's starting to look a lot better on this guy. It does let the metallic shine through a little bit better, which I think is kind of nice. Because if there's one thing that old Nuln Oil does really well, if you have like a very pigmented gold like this, that's shiny, it flattens it. It like mats it out. It tones it down a lot. That's what I like about old non oil. This one doesn't do that so much, which is kind of nice if you want reflectives. But if you just want to make it look like old gold, despite the name of the paint, if you want to make it look like washed out gold, old non oil will fade it down and make it look flat, whereas new non oil won't. So here's a perfect example. So like you can see that this bronze is like very, very washed out on this rust stalker. It's still shiny, right? But it's like washed out, and you can see how like right here on the shoulder, how there's like an indent, and you can see the black is seeped in between there. Like right here too, you can see that it's not as shiny on the knee because there's like black around the spike. It flattens out quite a bit. And just to show you the bronze kind of looks like that. It's like super, super shiny. But you can see like here, it's like mega washed out, right? It doesn't look like it's like one-to-one. Maybe a little hard to do on camera considering there's a bright light, but it definitely looks that way. But I do like the, now looking at them side by side, I do like how I approach the gold. It looks kind of like the same color scheme in the sense of like where the armor plating and stuff is, but it definitely does feel like a different type of metallic and a different type of, you know, obviously the red versus the purple. So it kind of feels like a completely different Forge World as opposed to like my normal Mars color scheme. These guys look like they can be from like a neighboring Forge World. I really like how they turned out. I really wanted to fuck with purple. That was like the whole inspiration for making these guys look this way. I do think New Noil has its cases where it's perfect, also Natic, but it has all the textures of being washed, which I really enjoy. Yeah, it's just, it's two different things, really. You know, I'm just used to one, and I'm gonna bitch about it. Alright. I'm wondering if I want to base these guys. Well, no, I don't, because that's what I should do, actually, is go print some industrial bases. Should go look for some. These guys are at a playable state. I'm pretty happy with them. I think what I might do is base them so that I can play them. Granted, I still have all of this to paint. But then I could like base them, and then I'll touch them back with like highlights and stuff. And then they should be like done. But I think these guys will probably be a little bit easier to paint because they don't have as much metallics. And what I like to do kind of with my armies is that I always paint like the chaff with less like glowing tchotchkes, you know what I mean? So like that's why I got rid of these guys, the big ones first, because these little servitors, they're not going to have a lot of gold on them. I mean, they're probably going to have it like on the knees. I won't put it on the hips because I kind of like to denominate the because this is the auto breacher. So he's like, oh, my special guy, he has more silver, but this guy will probably only have gold on his knees, on this one shoulder, and then here in the wrench maybe a little bit, not too much, and then a little bit on the gun, but not like over here too much. And then the head is going to have any, probably just the backpack and the logo. So I think I'll be able to paint the rest of the chaff a lot faster. The big one's going to be this guy. He's probably going to be like a 2-day project, because he has a lot going on. Granted that I'm only ever painting the tips gold, so in terms of the legs, it's going to be a lot of silver. The axe is probably going to take a while, and the back is going to take a while. And the highlights are going to be tough as fuck because I kind of blocked a lot of the navigation I have there. Auto Proxy is probably going to be kind of special, kind of painted like the Breacher. The Medic I'm probably not going to do too much on because she's pretty distinguishable. But the Techno-Archaeologist I might have to do a little bit of extra work too. She's going to take a while because she's going to have a lot of gold, but not any longer than these other gun servitors took. So, and then, yeah, the gun servitors are going to be, the combat servitors are going to be easy. I invert all the colors on my priest suits. Normal Skitarii are blue with white insides. That's cool. I love the concept of the differentiation. Yeah, like, I always like to, like, do, like, basic chaff, have the least amount of gold, or bronze, or metallics to distinguish them, and then you have, like, the elites that have a little bit more, and the tech priests that have, like, a bunch of detail. So, my priests are white with blue insides and the coats and detail. That's cool. I like that a lot, actually. That's sick. They would really stand out in that sense. I do something similar with
What is it? Damn, I'm starting to forget. Oh, with my Chaos Army, I'm doing that. Like, my Chaos Marines are... Like, my normal Legionaries are this, like, kind of orangey glow. They're all gonna be, like, this black with this orangey glow. And then, my Chosen are gonna be purple, with, like, they're gonna be black with a purple glow. And then my Possessed are gonna be black with a red glow. So, like, you'd be able to distinguish them just by the fact that they glow a different color. Based on, like, their roles. So, like, Possessed being aggressive melee units. You know, these guys are just normal Chaos, so they're just gonna be orange, like, undivided colors. Chosen are really fast, so I was gonna give them Slaneshi colors. Things like that. But I'm gonna bounce back to my computer. I'm probably gonna finish painting for today. 3 hours of painting, 3 servitors. Granted, I was talking out there, so, but that's how I be yapping. Let me switch the scene real quick. Swedish and the clock is approaching 4. Yeah, then go to bed. Thank you for joining. Appreciate it. Yeah, my neck is starting to hurt. What time is it? So, if I get off in an hour, I will have 1 hour to do my college homework. Because I'm a very responsible adult. Thank you, man. Have a good night. Maybe I'll just play like a game or something for like half an hour. I just feel like playing a game and chilling. Maybe not. No, I should be responsible and do my homework. All right. Yeah, I guess I'll end stream here. Nice little short painting stream. So let me go here. All right. Let me see who is available to raid. I was hoping Core would get on. She's the burger girl I was talking about earlier. Maybe she is on. No, she's not on. That Japan time difference is brutal. Who the heck is this? Oh, okay. Hold on, chat. I'm gonna take a look at some stuff. I'm trying to, like, do more raids because I want to be, like, promoting people. Even though I don't really have that big of a following. No, there's nobody to raid. Alright, chat. I'm gonna bounce. It was nice hanging out. Talking AdMech stuff as usual. I am gonna try to stream more. I really should. Because I like streaming. It's just a matter of, like, finding the time to do so. That I'm uninterrupted for, like, 3 or so hours. And then I need to get a what's the name of this shit? I need to get a battle report out. It's been... When was the last battle report, actually? That is a good question. Let's see. The last time we played a battle report was a month ago. More than a month ago. So I think I owe it to you guys. So... Yikes. Let me see if maybe I can message Lily right now before I end stream and see if maybe I can give you guys a date. Actually, we might be able to do tomorrow. Maybe. Let me see. Lily, do you want to do a battle report tomorrow? Let's see. Lily's usually pretty open. I think I have some homework to do tomorrow, but if I get it done fast enough, then, you know. Fucking college. Always eating up my time. Let's see if we can get a battle report going tomorrow. I have no idea what I would play. I feel like I should play AdMech, but I kind of don't want to. I've been itching to play Chaos lately. What did I play last time? AdMech Cybernetica? Yeah. Oh, well, I did say I wanted to play Skitari Hunter Cohort as well. Maybe I should make up my goddamn mind. Trying to see if I can get a reply before I get off stream. So see if maybe I announce something. If not, you'll probably see an announcement for it if you're on the Discord or something. Oh my gosh, that's loud. Oh, court gets on at 3 in the morning? Sorry, girl. I can't help you there. Oh, tomorrow at 10 a.m. I also can help her there. Alright. If I should play AdMag, but I don't want to is a vibe that speaks to my soul. I haven't been brewing a lot of lists lately. But if I was to maybe do a list, I think I would either play Skitari Hunter Cohort, or Halo's Creed with a bunch of Dragoons. But Lily plays not so tall armies, very wide armies, so Dragoons are typically not good choices for that. I mean, they're still Dragoons, but like, they're very bad into one wound stuff, so maybe I'll do Skitari Hunter Cohort. I don't know. Yeah, like a Protector Skitari Hunter Cohort list where I take 10 turns or 10 years in my movement phase and then do nothing. I think that kind of sounds kind of funny, actually. Either that or I'll play what's an army that I've been wanting to play for a while? God, what's their name? Fellhammer Siege Host. I'll probably do that because I like my chaos. Damn, is there no like Warhammer people to raid? Let me see. Warhammer. Just a game. Alright, chatters. I'm getting off. I have to do this homework before I lose half of my credit. So yeah, if anything, I'll see you guys tomorrow. If not, you guys will see a new video hopefully in the next. If I can get it out by tomorrow, that'd be so cool. If I don't stream tomorrow, I can just fucking power through it and try to get it done. I don't know. I think I'm 3 minutes into it right now. I just went over. Yeah, I don't know about that. Okay, all right. Anyway, that's enough rambling. Let me pause there and ciao.